Yeah, the Tyala Fund was conceived because of the realization by Kagiso Trust that there wasn't sufficient funding for new era farmers who were also looking at transforming the agricultural sector. So we scanned the environment and found that some of the things that we were lacking was access to markets, access to finance.
So SED has a lot of structures which are meant to help us observe due process. So we have the investment committee, we have the admin board, then we have the KT programs committee, then we have the KT board. So the business of SED goes through all those committees before everything is approved.
The primary objective, of this fund is the commercialization of black farmers, right? Either individually or as part of community projects like this one, One of the other key objectives of the fund is sustainability, you can know the science of farming, you can produce good quality produce, but if you don't have anywhere to sell, the produce might actually rot away, as it were.
You will recall that recently Minister Tito Mboweni lamented the need for young people to get into farming. But for young people to get into farming, they need to be assisted with access to land, with leases, with finance. If people want to get in, but they just don't know where to start.
So we don't have this kind of model in the country where we bring a commercial bank and a retailer and a development organization onto the board and to have one vision to develop new era farmers and to ensure that there's transformation in that sector. That is what we are seeking to achieve. And we hope that by promoting this model, there'll be other similar banks and similar retailers who can see the value in joining us in this journey of transformation and developing the farmers.
Oh yes, we came here to Tzaneen because Kagiso Trust is investing 4.8 million rand in this SPA Supplier Development Program, which is called the SPA Rural Hub. Kagiso Trust, as a leading development NGO, is a player in the development of the country. And in this instance, we are looking at socio-economic development as a form of job creation and eradication of poverty. So having made that investment, it was important for us to come and visit the farmers that are involved in that program, to come and see their progress.
Because this project here, as you can see, it's really beyond subsistence farming. We are getting commercial with all the elements that are involved in commercial farming. And it's very exciting to see actually black people who are so passionate about farming, but who are willing to develop and to get more skills that they plow into food production, which is going to augur very well for the country's food security program.
Okay, well, the project's assisting the community in two ways. I think the main way is in that it's creating employment. And in fact, we basically have around about, if we look at the farm numbers, it's about just over 200 people are employed on the farms. And then through the pack house and the technical team, about another 80 people are employed. So it's creating employment for close on 300 people in this community, which is quite significant, and that's only from 10 farmers.
The packhouse is not a very big, a very impressive operation. It's quite small at the moment. Right now we are at the tail end of our summer growing program for the farmers in Polokwane. The packhouse is fully accredited, food safety accredited, It meets SPAR's requirements for food safety. We're very proud of that. I think we are one of the first SPAR businesses to have achieved that, accomplished that.
32 temporaries, 32 full-time packers. So it's a really simple pack house, but it works beautifully. I mean, our stuff, this is our receiving door, comes in, gets weighed, that lady there, sends us, sits there, she's very organized, detailed, meticulous. She weighs everything, it gets a batch number. So from the second it touches that scale, that thing is tracked. All our tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers and chilies go in this fridge. Because its temperature set slightly higher, those crops prefer a slightly higher temperature, and then the other things on that fridge, 0 to 5 degrees. That is switched off at the moment because we aren't doing tomatoes or peppers. But from the second it touches that scale, it is tracked. And we have a quite a smart lady, she's on leave at the moment, who tracks every single gram that goes through this factory. We've got 2 ladies that do that. Remember, our job, we serve farmers. That's our job. It's our job to empower a certain group of farmers. So what you want to do is you want to give them opportunity to produce optimum income. So you produce a crop that gives you the best possible income. Yeah, and also with these little cocktails, do you know how many thousands of rands I spend a week on this cloth to dry a little cocktail tomato with a cloth? Where it would be so nice if we had a system where you poured your tomatoes in once they got washed here somewhere in an automatic thing that took them through here, and there's a dryer, blows your tomatoes dry. It will improve food safety so much as well. Honestly, they sit with one cloth and dry tomatoes by hand. And if you're sending a couple of pallets of baby cocktail tomatoes out, it's very labor intensive to dry and very expensive. We supply 2 DCs to distribute SPAR's North Rand and SPAR's South Rand. So they distribute to the shops. Okay,
So you get your produce from here to Joburg?
Yes, daily. We have a truck that takes it there.
Oh, so you're actually supplying Joburg stores?
Yes, in fact, we're supplying local stores. It first goes to Joburg and then comes all the way back, believe it or not, yeah. And then very shortly we'll start supplying KZN as well, KwaZulu-Natal, yeah, which is quite exciting.
We are a commercial farmers, in fact, emerging commercial farmers. We are no longer fit for a small scale farm. That's the reason why we, with the assistance of the advices that from SPAR, Lionel in particular and his bosses, Rudy and the like, we came to this stage which we feel that we're going to make a success.
Through Kagiso Trust, we managed to get their funding and we managed to construct the new dam. As you can see, the old dam has collapsed due to pressure. So this dam is going to help us with the water is going to be able to supply all the 100 hectares that I've mentioned for you. And what the other thing that I've mentioned is because I've managed to go to China to do forage processing training, we're gonna fill in the fishes in here for our plant to also get some nutrition and potassium.
The partnership between SPAR and Kagiso is quite a recent partnership, basically about a year now. So we now, through the infrastructure funding that we got through Kagiso, we're able to grow high-value crops like peppers and tomatoes, and specifically the specialty tomatoes. And these crops are in very high demand through our SPAR customers. And because they're high value, it has a much bigger benefit on the farmer in terms of sustainability and income for the farmers and the workers.
One thing which we have realized over the years is the migration of labor into your cities and neglection of the local economies in most of these areas. So we took this decision to be with SPAR because it does have the outreach in terms of the market access that we need, because it's very well placed within the communities that we are so much eager to sort of develop. So the whole program itself was much more aligned towards the communities that we also want to assist.
I think our intention is to make sure that we cease to call them emerging farmers. They need to achieve the status of commercial farmers, fully established, creating livelihoods for themselves and for the farm workers.
So what I would like to see going forward is maybe coming up with innovation around how we can get our farmers to participate in the value chain, as a whole. I think that for me would be great.
We only funded the inputs,
Yes.
the production inputs.
Good.
And with Kagiso coming to the party, we are now able to look at the farm as a whole. We can do a proper development of the farm business, and we can also add capital infrastructure and that sort of thing. So to us, it's very valuable and it's much appreciated.
So I'm saying I'm excited because I hope this project will actually ignite a mind shift. And the program as a whole, I'm very impressed about it. And I think it does lay the foundation for a replicability